This is you. You have an office on the second highest floor of a giant skyscraper because you are a real go-getter, a mover and a shaker, a man on the rise. But right now, you really want to be going down, the elevator. But there's a problem. The elevator always seems to be going up. Being the go-getter that you are often on the move. You have places to go, people to meet. You can't be stranded on the second highest floor of this giant skyscraper indefinitely waiting for an elevator when you should be out taking care of business. And you don't take the stairs, you'll get all sweaty. You quickly realize this is an impossible situation. Elevators can't always be going up. What goes up must come down, and you're pretty sure that applies to elevators as much as it does to apples. It's physics, so physics must have an answer. Alas, it does. Two physicists, Marvin Stern and George Gamow, noticed this problem years ago. They called it the elevator paradox. They both worked in the same multi-story building. George had an office near the bottom, and Marvin had an office near the top. Like you, Marvin noticed that the elevator always seemed to be going up. But from George's perspective near the ground floor, the elevator always seemed to be going down. Both perspectives couldn't be true, and they aren't. If Marvin and George stood outside the elevator and observed every single car, they would find an equal number going up and down. But since they are only going to the elevator when they need it, they are only observing a small fraction of all the trips the elevator makes. Being near the bottom, George's first encounter with the elevator was more likely to be a car on a downward trip because most of the building and the people using said elevator were above him, and most likely people on higher floors would be using the elevator to go down. While Marvin, like you, occupied a position in the building where more people were below him. So the first elevator he caught sight of would be, in all likelihood, headed upwards. He couldn't see all of the elevators going down because most of them were being utilized by people on floors below him. If Marvin or George, or you for that matter, had an office in the middle of the building, your chance of seeing an elevator going up or down would be about equal. But that's just what the nerds want you to think. You're no nerd, you're a go-getter, a self-starter, a real problem solver. You didn't get to the second highest floor of a giant skyscraper listening to nerds. No, something else must be going on. So you take the first elevator you see. It just so happens to be going up. No surprise there. You get inside and take it to the top floor. This is where all the big wigs and the big cheeses and the big shots work. Here you can go no higher. But the elevator doesn't stop there, it keeps going up. Where to is anyone's guess. The roof? The sky? The moon? There's only one way to find out. So you let it take you wherever it is going. Now you're truly a man on the rise, a real go-getter. You will get to the bottom of this. Special thanks to our Patreon patrons. Without you, the good stuff just wouldn't happen. So if you like what we do here, go on over to patreon.com/thegoodstuff and become a supporter. Otherwise, you can like and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out, and I'll be back in a couple weeks with a new video. Thanks for watching.